Okay, very good morning, everyone. Um,
Good morning,
hope you guys
Doctor.
very,
Assalamualaikum,
very good
everyone.
morning. So today we have Puan Jihan, kan?
Yes, Doctor. I'm sorry because
Oh,
I cannot open my camera.
oh,
I'm
tak
not
apa, tak apa, tak apa. No
sure.
problem.
So it happens. So, did you can see the button for record, Doctor?
Record, Kejap, I tengok. Record. Yeah, record. Okay, so I'll start the recording first.
Okay.
So I record to this computer,
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
So, okay, Doctor.
Okay, I dah start recording dah.
All right,
Okay,
Doctor.
so I
Without
start,
further ado, I pass the floor to you. Okay, Doctor?
Okay, thank you Puan Jihan. Thank you Puan Jihan and thank you to IIUM Graduate School for organizing the class. Very good morning everyone. Thanks for joining today. So I'm Dr. Tawa for those who are joining my class for the first time. So I think we can get started already. So let me start by sharing my screen. Okay, right. Okay. I already spotlight my video to everyone already. Okay. So please keep your chat box open at all times. Okay, so that we can communicate via chat box. Don't unmute your mic. Anything, just type in the chat box, and then I'll take it from there. Okay, so let's get started. So very good morning, everyone. So we are in our first class for 2026. For the first time ever, we are starting off with publication class, not the usual thesis or proposal or chapter class. Very good morning, very good morning. So today I'm going to focus on Scopus Web of Science High Impact Journals with AI. Um, Going to teach a very new technique to find research gap via AI as well. AI and Google Scholar. I've never taught this before. Actually, only recently I found out that we can actually do this very quickly. Then I'm also going to share about hourglass theory on how you can extract the journals. So that's one thing. Then the second class for this year will be focusing more on chapter 1. Okay, chapter 1 problem statement, introduction, background development. That will be class number 2. Then class number 3 will be most likely the continuation of class number 2. I don't think we can finish all in one class. And then the final class will again jump back into publication, will focus on systematic review, right? So that's the main agenda for this year. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys are in your own WhatsApp groups. For the students from IIUM, okay, from IIUM specifically, if you're not in any of the WhatsApp group, do let me know in the chat box, okay? IIUM, the rest are already, you're all in your own WhatsApp groups, except IIUM, any new students today from IIUM. If you're not in our IIUM WhatsApp group, do let me know in the chat box, okay, so I can share the link with all of you, right? So let's get started for today's class. Okay. So we still have students who haven't joined. Not in IIUM. Okay. So this is IIUM second group. All right. So if you're already in the first group, you don't need to join. If you're already in your own group, whether you're in Learn with Dr. Tawa group or you're in your own university groups, don't need to cross join. You can just stay in your own group only. Don't worry. All the classes we will share in all the groups. Okay. So you don't need to cross join. Just stay in your own group. IIUM for this group is specifically for IIUM students only. So I've shared the link already. Very good morning, all. So I've shared the link already. So for those who are from IIUM students only, if you're not in any of the IIUM WhatsApp group, you can join this particular link. If you're already in the first group, you don't need to rejoin this group. I will equally share in both groups. Okay. So I hope that is clear. And if you're not from IIUM, don't join this group. You already have your own group, so nothing to worry. All right. So this seminar is purposely made informal, okay, to create a very comforting environment so that we can have more discussion, more chat. We can learn from each other better, okay, so that we can break down barriers and learn lah. All right. So this is me. Okay, I think most of you know me, but let me just give a very quick purview to everyone. So I'm Dr. Tawa. Okay, completed my PhD journey very long time ago. Now it's been years already. 2013 I completed. So I finished my PhD in 2 years and 11 months. I skipped my master's. I graduated before time. In the UK, you can skip masters lah. So I finished my PhD when I was only 26. Very, very quite young lah, to be fair. So I did my postdoc in Aston Institute of Photonics, Birmingham. Then I joined Telecom Malaysia R&D. I came back to industry. I was there for about 5 years, concurrently founded this company, proofreading by UK PhD. I'm also an adjunct lecturer in UTP and also soon to be appointed adjunct professor in Veritas University. Okay, so the appointment will be announced soon lah. These are all my other achievements, okay, grants, publication, and so on and so forth. So that is me. So thanks for joining my class. This is my organization. We are based in Cyberjaya. Okay, a very small office in Cyberjaya because all our consultants and editors are all over the world. Okay, we have more than 180, 190 consultants and editors at the moment. Okay, but they are all spread across the world. Our core team is in Cyberjaya, our office. So whenever you want to visit us, feel free, but set appointment first lah. All right. So we are an ISO 9001 certified academic consulting firm. Right. So we are very well certified, very well recognized, and this is our experience so far, what we have done. And whatever I'm going to share with you in the class is real-time updates of what is going on in the publication world or thesis writing world, in the AI world, and what are the problems we are facing at the moment, okay, based on our real-time experience, all right? And this is our presence so far. So we're not only in Malaysia, we're in about 48 plus countries now, okay, including from South America all the way to Africa. Okay, so we are in many countries. So this is what we do as a consulting firm, right? So we focus a lot on thesis proposal. We are very much into publication. Okay, we have our own system of coaching and consulting and getting a paper into acceptance, right? And then we also work a lot on chapter 4 and 5, quantitative, qualitative, Python, smart PLS, eViews, you can name it lah. Most of the softwares out there. Then we also consult and coach a lot. This one especially is very, very hot now. Viva correction and proposal defense correction, because the failure rate is exceedingly surprising at the moment. Okay, it's quite crazy. Even yesterday I had class with UPM and their failure numbers are only going up, not decreasing. Okay, I spoke to the graduate school as well. And then we also work a lot on thesis to journal conversion. This is what we use Hourglass theory, which I'm going to share today. Okay, which is very, very important if you want to publish a lot of papers on your thesis, or at least your minimum requirement lah. And we also will explore Turnitin AI reduction, okay, how to reduce and so on. Very, very important, Turnitin AI. Not only for university, but up to publications as well. In publication arena also, Turnitin AI is very, very, very important. Okay, so let's get to it. So if you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask in the chat box. I'll be more than happy to answer, right? And for those who are looking for free classes, free lessons, free tutoring, and so on, you can come over to my YouTube channel. Okay, so let me open up my YouTube. Let me show you our channel. Okay, so that is the YouTube channel. So, oh, we got 12,000 subscribers already. Okay, so these are all our videos that we post. Okay, not very frequently, like YouTube, not very frequent, but we do post time to time. We have a lot of paraphrasing lessons. Okay, a lot of paraphrasing lessons. Scopus AI, literature review, Google Scholars, semantic scholars, all these are long videos. We also have live classes. Okay, if you guys missed out the classes from last year, especially on literature review classes, you can watch all the recordings here. These are all the literature review classes that I did last year. Okay, but I repeated the classes last January. Okay, so you can watch all of it here. Okay, we also have a lot of classes on literature review AI tool, ChatGPT, thesis writing, literature review template, problem statement template, problem statement, background writing, introduction writing, and so on and so forth. So there are many classes here. You guys can go through lah whenever you're free. Okay, so that is our YouTube. I leave that to you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe. Okay, then we have ample of templates. Okay, so before I go into the templates, how many of you here are joining my class for the very first time? Never joined before. This is literally the first time you guys are joining. Please let me know in the chat box. Okay, all right. So got many students, eh? So, yes, AI has changed the world, definitely. Change for the better and change for the worse also. More than ever, okay, we are actually more busier. Unfortunately, I will never say thanks to, I will say unfortunately to more students failing their defense, failing their Viva. They don't know how to answer, they don't know how to defend whatever AI is giving to them. Okay. The level of prompting and pasting, okay, is at unprecedented level. Okay. It's shocking sometimes to see what students just prompt and paste without knowing whether it's true or not, correct or not, and so on. So therefore, I am only creating more and more templates so that you guys know what exactly you guys are supposed to write, how to write, what need to be written, and so on. So we have all these templates, free templates can be downloaded for free. The full thesis table of content, quantitative, qualitative, mixed method, literature review template. These are all legacy lah. Okay, chapter one templates. This is from introduction right down to problem statement. Last year, we explored all these templates during our literature review classes. So if you missed out, you can download and use first. Okay, we might repeat the literature review classes next year, hopefully. Then we also have proposal defense Viva classes here, systematic, sorry, not classes, templates to prepare you for your Viva and proposal defense. Then we have all the systematic review templates here to prepare your publication and so on. We also have full thesis templates, chapters, okay, brief templates, not detailed, right? I haven't gone to the level of making a detailed template yet. Even this is so difficult to make, right? To generalize across the board. Chapter 4 template, the most latest one, okay, is this chapter 3 methodology template. I released a video on this and you can download all these from our Telegram group. So even if you use AI, at least with these templates, you will know that where you're going wrong lah, and what you shouldn't do. Okay, so let me share with you the links. Just give me one moment. Link tree. Okay, here you go. All right, so this is the link. Okay, so if you click and open up the link, basically this particular page will open up, right? So you can click this bell button here. Don't forget, click this bell button and enter your email address and subscribe so that any new classes or any new videos like this will be notified to you immediately. All right, so you don't need to worry that it doesn't appear on your TikTok, doesn't appear on your Instagram, or if I say forget to share in the group, it'll be always shared here and you'll be notified via email, right? So make sure you subscribe here. And then these are all our resources from TikTok all the way down to templates, our services, Telegram group, YouTube channel, and so on. So Telegram group is basically different from your WhatsApp group. Okay, WhatsApp group is for comms, right? So we share class, we share link, and so on. Telegram group is for resource center. Okay, and it's huge. Our Telegram group is one of the, I know, I think it's the biggest in academia world. 22,000 members. Okay, very huge. So you can look for templates here. If you click the button, you'll basically arrive here. You need to click this button. You need to click this Telegram button. So come back here. Okay, all right. Okay. So here you search template. Okay, just type template. You can see my stuff here. He has already shared all the templates here. So you can download and use. All of these are free. Okay. In the UK, per template like this, consultants are charging about 11 to 12 pounds per template. But here, it's okay lah. Everything we share for free. So you can take it from here. All right. A lot of links as well for you to download things and for you to watch things. So feel free lah. And there are more resources here. So you can search here. Problem statement, literature review, blah, 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 paper, publication, systematic review. You can search here. You will find a lot of resources here because we're having this group since 2020. So a lot had been shared here. Okay. So I leave that to you guys to go and explore, and we shall continue. Okay. So everyone managed to join ready? Telegram group? Expired link. It shouldn't show expired link because from there you can directly, I just click the button. I never give any Telegram link anyway. So you should try to join from the Linktree link given. Okay. So you guys keep trying. If still cannot, then let me know later. I'll share in the group. All right. You guys can request in your own group. I will try to share the link again. All right. Okay. So now coming to what we are going to do today, what we're going to learn today. So we're going to focus on what are high impact journals, how to find a journal, AI plus Boolean research gap analysis, potential extraction of journals from a thesis, why rejection. So these are all the things. I'm not going to teach you how to write a journal. I think there are many, many classes to do that. But most of those classes don't know how to really get a paper accepted. So that's what we're going to look into today. We are going to look at the current trend, current problems, and I'm going to give you the current structure, how you should build up a paper. I'm going to give you a very simple structure. And towards the end of the class, I'll give you a structure for empirical and review paper, both. Right? So stay until the end. Lah. Okay, so what is the publication requirement for your master's, PhD, or KPI? If you're an academician, lah, please let me know in the chat box whether you guys need one Scopus or two Scopus or one Web of Science or two Web of Science or my site or don't need papers at all. So what are the categories? Please let me know in the chat box. As far as I know, should be two Scopus lah. Okay. Okay. Two Web of Science, two Scopus, one Scopus of Web of Science. Okay. Two Scopus of Web of Science. One publication either in Scopus or Web of Science, two Scopus. Okay. So minimum all of you will need at least one to two Scopus or Web of Science. Web of Science is going to be crazy. But okay, I understand. Thank you very much for the sharing. So now let's go to the next part. So we're going to start with understanding what is going on in publishing world. So publishing is not as much as just writing a paper and submitting. So if any of you think that if you write a paper, you submit, immediately the editor will look at the paper and say, wow, thank you so much. I will take this into consideration. I'll send to the reviewer immediately and the reviewer will review and give you the result in the next 1 week and the paper will be accepted. Then we are all in delusional world. Lah. It doesn't work that way. From our averaging now, from our calculation, in average, a paper needs to be submitted to at least, I would say, about 30 to 40, sometimes even worse, 60 journals, okay, before you can get a review, before you can get you can reach the reviewers, okay. Usually, all the journals will reject at the editor's desk level. Okay, usually, nowadays especially, all right? And what are those reasons? Okay, that's what we're going to go through today, lah, right? So don't worry, if you cannot join the Telegram group later, you can ping me in your own individual WhatsApp group. I'll give you the link, okay? We'll get to that later, don't worry. All right, so this is case study 1, current publishing dynamics after AI. This paper belongs to, this particular incident is one of my client, okay? One of my clients. We submitted, I think somewhere we started 2024. Okay, we started somewhere in 2024. Cannot connect also, Telegram, surprisingly, okay. How about this? Okay, how about this? Try this and see. Since many are asking, so maybe we can try this and see. Okay. So coming to this, let's focus here. If you cannot, it's okay. Leave it. I'll figure out for you guys later. Okay. Don't worry about that. So now coming back to this. So these particular papers we started working, we started coaching on in to 2024, submitted 2024. So the student went through 3 revisions. Okay, so every revision will coach how to answer, how to do response to review, comments, all these things lah. Okay, so the first question normally I'll ask students or academicians, I'll ask them, how much of AI you used in your paper or how much of AI used in your proposal or thesis? Because normally we'll extract from proposal or thesis, right? Some of them will tell the truth. Some of them, like this, will never tell the truth. Okay, they'll say, no, we never use any AI. Only use AI to proofread. Only use AI to construct sentences. Never use AI for literature review. Never use AI for ideation. Never use AI for research gap, nothing. So I only use that to write only. The rest all mine. So we have to trust. Lah. We will take it at face value. We trust. We say, okay, very good. So then we continue. So the moment you answer that, we will never check, we will never go through all your references, we'll never check your literature, nothing, because there is no point. You already cited everything. This is how the paper is. Then we reconstruct the paper, or we start constructing a paper, we'll teach how to construct every section and so on and so forth. So this paper went on for about 1 year, 4 months, okay, and we finally got acceptance, okay, after 1 year, 4 months. It got accepted in IGI Global. IGI Global is a very good journal. Okay, it's in the equivalent standard of Emerald, if you know Emerald. Not the same par as Elsevier or Taylor Francis, but probably in the same par as Emerald. So this is the email from the Director of Journal Development, okay, after acceptance. I hope you're doing well. My name is Grace Long and I'm the Director of Journal Development, IGI Global Scientific Publishing. I'm contacting you regarding the article. Obviously, I don't want to show, it's embarrassing the student, which was accepted in the International Journal of Teacher Education, blah, 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 blah. During our standard integrity checks, this is the first time I'm seeing this. This is the first time. I've normally typesetting will be there. Normally proofing will be there. They'll normally check the citation formatting and so on. But this is the first time that I knew Scopus and Web of Science have came up with new requirements to check the content of every citations. They have tools to check la content of every citations, the citation and the content of the citations. Okay. So we discovered 21 of the 35 references provided for this article have been fabricated. Both the citations, either the citations were fabricated in this context, or the content, the citation was true. Okay, there is scenario one. Okay, the references were completely fake. Okay, scenario two, references were true, but the content were fake. Okay, that means you open the citation, you open the paper, whatever stated here. When you open the citation, this content is not from this paper at all. So this is scenario number two lah, and this is scenario number one where the references outright it is fake. Okay, so these are the two scenarios that was referred here. Okay, so this constitutes a serious violation of academic integrity and publication ethics. Due to the severity of this misconduct, we are formally withdrawing this manuscript and will not be proceeding with publication. After 1 year, 4 months, after 1 year, 4 months, this decision is final and in accordance with your public decision is final. You can even appeal. Straight away they kick out. Okay, straight away they kick out. That is how crazy journals have become, have became thanks to AI. Okay, that's how the world is changing right now. Okay, very, very quickly. The policies are all changing. So in this particular scenario, student used AI, but no thorough check of citations or content. We also never check because the initial declaration was we never use AI to produce any citation, literature review. We just use that to proofread only. Okay, just to construct some sentences. That's it. So we get that a lot. We get that a lot from students and even academicians, to our surprise. Maybe because they feel embarrassed or they don't want to share, or which is their problem. But these are the scenarios you'll end up with, lah. All right. Fabrication won't be detected in Turnitin. It won't be. Turnitin AI will be detected. Okay. But because that's why we are coaching. We are coaching in a way for the student to rewrite. So Turnitin AI also won't pick up. Okay. If we force the student to rewrite everything without using AI. But the initial construction, the initial content was still from AI one. Okay, so after 3 revisions, okay, very painful 3 revisions, 2 major, 1 minor. The paper got accepted, but since the journal had implemented AI fact-checking process, the paper was caught for fake content and fake references. AI is a super tool and ultimate destroyer as well. If used wrongly, hallucination will kill the research. Okay, so the moment this happens, okay, immediately, the publisher has to report the incident to Scopus and respective university as well. Okay, because this is in academic misconduct. So these authors, including the supervisor's name, were flagged directly to the university lah. Okay, why this happened? Why this sudden craziness, right? So I also got shocked. Actually, to be honest, I got shock of my life looking at this, because this is really first time. I've never seen this. AI came in very popular 2022. 2023, 2024, 2025, got a lot of retraction. Not saying don't have retraction, but first time they are implementing this, okay, across the board. Okay, why? Why the sudden change in publication dynamics? This is the reason. Okay, this is the main major catastrophical breakdown of publication world. Okay, publishing world lah. This became a mostly a contested and discussed topic on LinkedIn, which embarrassed the main player, Elsevier. Elsevier owns Scopus lah. Okay, so the moment they got screwed because of AI, then everything started changing. Okay, everything started changing. So, maybe notice lots of cases using AI. Yes, definitely. So, let me ask all of you, what is the meaning of retracted? What is this? This is not me, eh? I'll show you in a while how the paper will look, okay? I did not write this retracted, eh? What is the meaning of retracted? This is a very recent, not very recent, this is a paper from Hunan University, China, Yana University, Shandong, China, Russia, and South Korea. So, what is retraction? I don't have a Turnitin account, so how can I detect? Don't have answer for you on that. You can try to get a Turnitin account, but Turnitin doesn't matter. It's not about Turnitin. Still, we are all thinking it's Turnitin. It's not Turnitin problem. It's content problem. Okay, it's the whole content being fake. So Turnitin got nothing to do with that. They are not checking Turnitin anymore. Turnitin is the first check. But after the paper gets accepted, they're checking whether the content is true or not. The references, the content that you're taking out from AI and just pasting, right? They're checking whether that is true or not. It's not Turnitin anymore. Turnitin is just the first phase only. When you submit, right? That's it. That's the first phase only. After that, they don't check that. They do check lah before they publish the whole thing, right? But the content check is something new. That is nothing to do with Turnitin. Don't get confused between both. Okay, so the answers from all our colleagues here: taken out of the journal, dismissed, taken from the journal, removed after publication, published but taken down, withdrawal of the publication. Okay, so do you think what happened? Okay, what happens to this journal after it's taken down already, right? So do you think this journal will remain online? Will it be there? Or will be taken out? You cannot find this journal anymore. That means they'll completely remove the page, they remove the journal, everything. So do you think it will remain online or everything removed already? This is the article, eh? Let me refresh. This is the article, eh? Okay. Retracted, does green innovation mitigate CO2 emission, blah, 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 blah. And then if you open the PDF, yes, a lot of you guys are right. It will be online forever. Okay, it will be online forever to punish the authors and the universities. Okay, it'll be online forever. There, it will never be taken down. So be very, very careful of what you guys are doing with AI and how much you guys are, not how much, you guys can use. Be my guest, use it. But how you guys are using it is what determines how your future gonna be. Okay, forever in their lifetime, all these authors is going to have this in their Google Scholar, the statement retracted, and forever people can find their name here. Okay, so this paper is going to be like that. Okay, retracted. And this is not one, many of the papers happening nowadays. So even the reasons are given here. Okay, so retracted. Now let's say someone going to hire you or someone going to give you a grant. You are writing an international grant or you're at the end of PhD, people looking at their profile and so on, right? So they can go down here. They can read this reason here. The journal was alerted to concerns regarding the integrity of the mentioned article, specifically the 38 of the references cited appear not to exist in the scientific literature. Okay, so 38 references did not appear in the scientific literature, and the authors were invited to provide an explanation. In their response, the authors indicated that, excuse me, indicated that an unintentional technical error in the reference management process led to, there is no such thing. I'm using EndNote for donkey years now. All right. It will never happen that 38 references went wrong. No way. Okay, no way. Retracted maksudnya total 100% AI. Memang this paper 100% AI. Memang diorang just generate and paste only. So, and that's why, that's the right question, Ms. Zulaiha. So, will it affect the journal as well? This is what the journal did to not get affected. So, let's finish this. So, in their response, the authors indicated unintentional technical reference manager, blah, 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 blah. reference manager is the problem. So what they did, they give a revised version. The 38 problematic references, the content, that means completely removed. The 38 references, some of it can be found, but the content is not from the journal. So they can trace both ways now. They can trace the first and the second cases, like I explained just now. So the authors replace with 13 new references. If 38 references are wrong, you can just go and rectify in your reference manager and recite. Maybe the issue number wrong, volume number wrong, year wrong, title slightly wrong. That's normal. But the journal will be there. Not, you will never replace. That is the first indicator already, okay, that you are cheating, that you use everything AI, everything will fake. So, however, upon verification, it was discovered that two of these 13 new references also did not exist. Complete idiots, right? You already used AI once, you got caught already. Try to do it on your own lah. Try to go and really find the journal to replace. They again went and used AI, and in that AI process again, because that means they don't know, they don't know that AI will hallucinate. They don't know that AI will create this amount of fake information. How many of you here don't know that AI can produce this kind of fake information? You guys never heard of. Everyone told you that the AI is the holy grail. Okay, can do everything perfectly. How many of you here don't know that AI can hallucinate and create this amount of fake information? Do let me know in the chat box. Very important to know. It's a very important topic because AI now determines the future, whether it's going to be perfect or it's going to be retracted like this. Okay, so from the 13 new references, two did not exist. So they deemed unsatisfactory and they retracted the paper. And this paper will forever remain as retracted with all these reasons. Okay, uh, all AI tools will hallucinate. Okay, doesn't matter consensus ke, Elicit ke, Jenny AI ke, Gemini ke, everything. Sebab all of it uses transformer network. Remember this, all of it uses transformer network. So hallucination is like their DNA now. It's like how you have a very smart kid, okay? You have a very smart friend, okay, kid or friend lah. If you're married, kid. If you're not married, friend lah, right? Smart person who you know, very very smart, okay. But that person tend to create stories, tend to produce stories, and then you with the stories. Let's say the come, someone harmed me, someone beat me, and so on. You go and ask the other person, they'll say no, nothing happened. They're just creating story, something like that. But they are very smart to create stories. That is called AI. All right, they will create. The lesser the data that you feed, the more that the flow will hallucinate. Okay, and unfortunately, research, you cannot feed too much of data because most of the journal papers, most of the published literature are behind paywall. So, organically, your AI is not well trained. You like it or don't like it. The AI is very well trained with open access journals only, information from Reddit, information from YouTube, information from website, and so on. Same, cloud, everything same. Cloud, Gemini, ChatGPT, they all the same genetics. Scopus AI uses ChatGPT, OpenAI. So they are the same. So everything, all AI in the world only uses transformer network. Remember this. Transformer network. Okay. This is transformer network. This one. Okay. This is transformer network. All the AI in the world uses transformer network. When you put a token inside, if the flow don't have the answer for you, the flow's condition set, okay, condition set by the people who are selling the software that if you don't know, start creating stories. Okay, whether you believe me on this or not, this is the truth. Okay, you can go here, put open AI hallucination. This one. Read this article. Okay, this article will tell you why if AI, OpenAI is the master of everyone lah. Why OpenAI solution to AI hallucination would kill ChatGPT tomorrow. Same goes to all the AI. You go and read this, you'll understand why they cannot stop it from lying. They can. But if they stop, we all will stop using it because most of the time we'll say don't know, not sure, don't have the data and so on. So what they do in order to make sure the students use, on mostly students lah nowadays, for people to use, they want it to answer whatever lah. Salah pun tak apa. Answer only. So the people will use. Okay, then what happens? Then this happens. retraction happens. Okay, so this is one of the cases. Okay, so I've already explained the breakdown to you guys. Again, AI is a super tool and ultimate destroyer as well. You must know how you're going to use it. All right, this is one case. Another major case happened last year was this. These are the two cases lah. Okay, that actually shifted the publisher paradigm, because the first case is Elsevier, second case is Springer. Both also the biggest publishers in the world, okay, who controls Scopus and Web of Science. That's why they're changing the rules now, massively changing. So this one was University of Hong Kong, HKU, number one university in Asia, listed in QS ranking. So probes non-existent AI-generated references in paper, but this is even worse lah. This one, the PhD student got kicked out from university also. Okay, and the professor also stepped down and resigned. These real stories, real thing happening right now. So why? Just now someone asked me what happens to the journal, right? Nowadays, the journal immediately finds that your work is AI driven, fake information, fake content, fake everything. They will retract the paper or they will cancel the acceptance. They will report to Scopus Web of Science and they will report to the university as well. Why? Because they don't want you to take the same paper and go and submit elsewhere and get acceptance. So it is in their legal duty that they need to inform the university and the indexes as well. So be very, very careful. So how, let me ask you guys now, these papers all, this Springer paper, this was a Springer paper on fertility study, and this Elsevier paper, already published already, right? That means the reviewers did not find out, okay, because they never open one by one paper and read, okay? At this time, there was no, the modern AI tool, whatever these publishers are using, were not there. So let me ask you guys then, how come the journal found out that this paper was purely AI generated? All this fake information that came with it. How did they find out? What do you guys think? Okay, while waiting for that, best literature reviews Google. Always the best literature reviews Google Scholar. Google Scholar is unbeatable because they are the most comprehensive. You need to, if you never read, okay, so if you never read the paper, Ahmed Ali, you never read the paper, you never go through, you just attach the paper to any AI, you ask the flow to do everything for you, then 80 to 90% of the time is going to be a lot of fake information. Okay, it's going to be 80 to 90%. It's just a matter of time before it comes back and bite you lah. This is the truth. I'm not simply telling this to scare people, but this is the truth. Yes, people reported. Why? Okay, so let me explain this to you, how the whole ecosystem works. For you to publish in high impact journal, okay, using AI, you need to understand this first, okay? Because you rather not publish in high impact or any journals than publishing and getting retracted like this, because this is lifelong damage. And you cannot go to Elsevier and tell, can you please take down the paper? They won't even reply your email. You don't have rights because you submitted already. The copyright belongs to them, so they can leave it there forever. And they can embarrass us forever. Okay, this is the main reason why I don't use AI to write any papers. I'm very, very scared. I don't want my name to be like this, retracted. This is unimaginable. Okay, so what happens is when a human uses AI to generate everything, they don't read the paper, they don't go look for the paper, they just rely 100% on AI lah. Consensus give all the papers, Elicit give all the papers, Jenny I give all the papers, ChatGPT give all the papers. They don't go to Google Scholar and search and open the paper and read it, okay, which is normal nowadays, okay, but this is the outcome of that lah. Let's say let's say this person is, I don't say you guys are not nice, right? So let's say this person is doing that, just everything AI, don't do anything, just prompt paste, prompt paste, prompt paste, and then read, that's it. Okay, so this will become eventually your thesis or proposal lah, all right, thesis or proposal. Okay, then from there, this goes into your publication. Okay, this goes into your publication. So AI, thesis, journal. A lot of people got caught during their defense or viva as well. But many people also pass through. I've seen it myself. Okay, several universities I've seen. Okay, but the only problem with PhD and masters is your content eventually becomes journal. Okay, that goes into public domain and stays there forever. And this is read by thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Okay, thousands, people will be reading this journal, right? So once they read, they analyze through. You got different kind of people. Not everyone going to use AI to just analyze and paste, right? So some people do read. Okay, a lot of people do read. So once they read, once they find out it's fake, they will go and report back to the journal. They'll say, hey, how come you publish? Because it's integrity. Although they will be doing it, but sometimes they'll be like, I'm very prone integrity. So why do you do this? All these are fake, references fake, citation fake, and so on. So how is this even published? Okay, I want to. Then these readers, they will say, I want to report to Scopus and Web of Science. Why you allowed this paper? Okay, there is always anti-journal behavior lah. They don't like journals. Don't know why. Okay, then there is a group of people who does that. So what journal will do, for journal not to get kicked out of Scopus or Web of Science, they will immediately report to Scopus, they will immediately report to Web of Science, they will report to university, so that this paper won't be claimed as part of what they call it, as part of their QS ranking, because all these journals go back into QS ranking. Your university QS ranking and university times higher education ranking, publication is a major part of it. So that's why they report to your university, report to indexing, everything, they retract, and then there goes the journey lah, right? So that is the whole scenario. Is there any way you can know a paper Q1, Q2 Google Scholar? No. Okay. I would not suggest excitation also. I would suggest you to go into journal citation ranking. Okay, journal citation ranking. You can try excitation. I've never tried before, but you can go into Web of Science JCR, or you go into Scopus, Simago JR. For Scopus, it's Simago JR. For Web of Science, it's JCR. Why I don't recommend any other tools? Because JCR and Scopus.com are behind paywall. So whatever data that you get is from third party. It might not be 100% true, or might not be latest. If you want the most latest data, whether the journal got kicked out from Scopus or not, like what I'm going to show next, okay, or Q1 or Q2, whatever ranking, you need to go into JCR under Web of Science, or you need to go to Simago. Okay. So if I use AI to rewrite my paragraph to improve English, could this lead to my paper being retracted by the journal? Is retraction only related to anything that is fake references, fake citation, fake content, fake research gap? These are the main four criteria lah. Fake citation, fake content, fake research gap, fake write-up lah. Okay, hallucinated write-up, fake literature review. That's the right term. Fake literature review. I think apart from this four, I think it shouldn't be a problem. I don't think it'll be a problem. Okay, so that is the main scenario. So you guys need to always understand this ecosystem lah. Okay, understand this ecosystem before using AI. Use AI how? I'll teach you in a while. Okay, don't worry about that. So everything is tightening. Okay, everything is massively tightening. So this is the next case study. So we already know the first and second case study of using AI. The third case study is fast publishing, very fast publishing, right? This is another scam that students are going through, academicians also getting screwed because of this. So this one I really want to share with all of you. This is a very good example for all of you lah. So this particular paper we consulted last year, got accepted last year, all right, and then towards end of last year lah. Within 3 months, less than 3 months, I think, less than 3 months, immediately minor revision. It was a systematic review paper that we consulted and coached. Students submitted, Edelweiss Applied Science and Technology. Even I know something was wrong, okay? Because 3 months is too soon. Okay, it's too soon, 3 months, right? For me, I don't feel 3 months is good enough. So what I did, the student wanted to pay. I say, okay, it's okay, I'm fine. Q3 Scopus, I want to go already. It's okay, I just want to graduate. I don't care. But I stopped the student. Our job is done. When we check in scopus.com, okay, when we go to scopus.com, we check this journal. It is still Scopus Index as of 2025, last year. Still Scopus Index. But when we say 3 months, I'm like, something is wrong. So what we did, what do you guys do? If you guys are skeptical, you check in scopus.com. The journal is still indexed 2025. Okay. So you know this journal is legit. Okay. What would you do? You already got acceptance already. See here. A paper has been accepted for publication with minor revision. What would you do? some of you might think 3 months is normal, can? Actually, the ruling, okay, the ruling of the unsaid rules of Scopus, okay, unsaid rules of Scopus, minimum review time must be 6 months. Okay, they want it to be 6 months, right? That's why even MDPI nowadays, you can see is taking more time, right? 6 months. You check the journal already, everything is good. Still indexed until 2025, the paper is being indexed, everything is good, all right? So what would you do? If it's in predatory, okay, that's a good point. Cut again, check in predatory. Um, no, not retracted yet, future. So you can check, might be retracted in future from Scopus. Okay. So this is how you check it. You email to Scopus. Okay. So this is the email, all right? scopussupport@elsevier.com. These are all important for you to go on your pathway to publishing high impact journal. You need to know all this. So don't get carried away with very fast publishing. Anyone comes here and offer you in Facebook, Instagram, you'll see a lot of acceptance 24 hours, acceptance 3 months, acceptance 5 months. No one can put a timeline on acceptance. No one, all right? No one. Acceptance, okay, acceptance is to be decided by the editor and the reviewers, and that whole process of going through that. No one can tell exact timing. No one, okay? Because very, very difficult to find reviewers nowadays. Not easy, okay? So you can write to scopus.com, so scopussupport@elsevier.com. So we contacted on behalf of the student, we contacted because we don't want a student to, the fee was 1000 USD, you see, 1000 USD. Okay, we don't want the student to waste their money. And the moment you pay, it becomes online, your paper is done. You cannot retract the paper anymore because you're already on the website of the journal already. So Turnitin will pick up 100%. Okay. So, upon checking the title, and this is from customer service Elsevier, the title Edelweiss Applied Science and Technology is being re-evaluated. See, re-evaluated by the Scopus Content Selection Advisory Board. Okay, which may take up to 3 months. I think it takes more than that. Sometimes it will take 6, 7 months or so. So, let's say in this period, it will still show the paper as 2025 Scopus index. It won't show retracted or under re-evaluation. Nothing. It won't show. It will only show if the journal is already dropped. Okay, they'll put the last index in which year. That's it. Okay, they will never put re-evaluation. So who becomes the victim? We become the victim. So don't take acceptance very quickly. All right, if it's very fast, something is really wrong. All right, remember this, and you can write to them. And the other tips to find out, okay, if a journal is predatory or not, you can go and check the publishing trend. Okay, like what Miss Sarah said, check the publishing trend, see every volume how many papers they are publishing. Okay, if let's say start from last year, initial 20, next volume 20, suddenly the subsequent volume 60, suddenly subsequent volume 150, suddenly 200, don't publish there. 100% is going to be re-evaluated and get kicked out. Don't publish there. Okay, remember this very carefully. It's a lot of money, so be careful. All right, so those are the nuances of using AI and AI, how to publish with AI, what kind of problems is coming towards you, and then for fast publishing. So we have already covered these 2 to 3 bases very clearly. So now we go into high impact publishing. So in order to get high impact Q1, Q2, and so on, first of all, your research must be very, very novel. Okay, very novel, very new, very new. Okay, so you must formulate an important RORQ. Okay, formulate important RORQ. Try to collaborate, write collaborative papers is good. Okay, but everyone must have their own role. Don't simply add names. Okay, must have their own role. We must have very good research methodology to produce very good results. Okay, let's say you don't have research methodology, no results. I don't have data. You can go for systematic review or scoping review. You can get, okay, I've gotten Q1 before with systematic review, several Q1s, okay, my own papers lah. For clients, I think we have coached, I lost the count already, too many already, okay? And that all comes down to solid writing. When we say solid writing, my personal advice to all of you, don't use too much of AI to write, construct. I know some of you, English is not your first language. I understand. I'm not saying I don't, but you need to understand from the editor's perspective, reviewer's perspective. When they read the paper, all the papers sound the same. Because everyone using AI to write what? AI writes the same way. That's why Turnitin AI can pick up everything. AI, the way it constructs the sentences, they're all the same way. Okay. So try to have your own flavor also, your style of writing also. So it looks a bit different. You won't drive reviewers with all the jargons and complex wordings. And I can tell you, reviewers are not happy and editors are not happy because all the papers look the same. Okay, so last time when we write paper, every paper will sound different. The English is good or bad, but it will sound different. Now all the papers sound the same. The same jargons, the same style, the same technique, the same phrasing, everything same. So try to be solid writing needs to take a different approach now from what we have seen. That's why when we coach a paper, it becomes definitely successful, definitely gets acceptance because all the papers will look different. Okay, we force the student to write. Okay, you write this part. We see AI writing, we'll say no, remove this, right? And we also will teach that to a certain extent. Okay, all right. So I hope that is clear. Then what else? The paper must be an informative paper. Okay, must have take home message, something very novel. If you write a review paper, okay, if you write a review paper and then you just pick up 20 journals, okay, and then you put into AI, you say summarize all these, and then you copy and paste that. That is not review paper. That is summary paper. Summary paper you cannot publish. You need review. You need to have your voice in the paper. Okay, well structured, perfect flow. Don't have careless mistake. You only got one opportunity to convince the editor. How many of you here? Okay, now that's the next question I'm going to ask. Okay, coming to this. This is the no problem, Wong. No worries. Go ahead. No worries. So this is the entire editorial process. This is how a journal functions. All right. So from an author submitting the paper to the editor. Okay, from there, whether getting rejected, going to the reviewers, and what the reviewers give feedback, how do editor assess whether they decide accept, reject, or they send for revision. This is the whole editorial process. How many of you here, okay, how many of you here submit the paper to editor, all right, just submitted, and immediately gets rejected? Desk rejection all the time. How many of you here are facing that problem? Okay. This is the current world now. Why is this happening? Worse than previous, okay? Everyone thought, okay, this is the real trend. Everyone thought life will become easier and acceptance will be fast for journal the moment you have AI, okay? But the problem now is, let's say last time, a student takes about 6 months to 5 months, maybe 3 months to write a paper, okay, to write a paper. But now, okay, now a student writes a paper under 1 hour. Okay. So last time, if one student produced one paper, now one student is producing at least 10 to 20 papers easily. You know, they just generate, send, generate, send, generate, send, generate, send only. So what happened? You still have the same, say, example, you still have the same 1,000 journals. Okay. Okay, you have the same 1,000 journals under Scopus or Web of Science. Last time used to have one student, two papers. Okay, let's say end up, example, I'm just giving a simple ratio. Maybe they'll only have about 10,000 papers, okay, for per issue. They'll receive 10,000 papers and they got 1,000 journals to submit to. So they can manage. Now, one student generating at least 10 papers in a month. All right, the ratio or academicians, okay, they're going 10, 20, and so on. So this number became like more like 100,000 now, 100,000 papers for the same 1,000 journals, same resources, same editors, same reviewers. How they're going to manage? They cannot manage. It's too much. Okay, that's why I say try to write with your own words. If all the papers are written, which majority is becoming, then the editor rejection is going to be increasing because they see AI sounds very jargonish, reject, out of scope. See, this one another AI written, okay, reject, out of scope. They'll just use one word, out of scope. There's nothing you can do. Okay. Again, reject, send out. We have enough papers this time. Submit next time. That's why you keep rejecting, 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 rejecting. Either the paper is very weak, not strong enough, the paper's content is not novel enough, or too much of AI written jargon. You all of you might be thinking, why everyone telling go AI direction, Dr. Tawa say go opposite direction? Because I am in the field feeling the heat from the editor and reviewers. I can feel what they're going through. I talk to them. I can see what is happening to them, why they're feeling this. Okay. So why do you know Scopus and Web of Science ruling? Okay. Reviewers cannot use AI to review paper. Okay, cannot use AI to review paper. But do you know most of them are using AI to review paper? They are. And editor cannot do anything because reviewers will say they're using AI to write. Why I can use AI to review? And every time you use AI to review, you're using AI to kill AI. Easier to kill. The flow give. I've seen a review from AI for a paper, Web of Science paper. You cannot even argue because you also use, I mean, generally we also use AI to write. The review, I think about 60 to 70% of it, okay, doesn't make sense. Okay, and how you going to defend? It's going to be very difficult to defend. Okay, so that is the problem happening now. If you don't use AI at all in your writing, you can prove, I mean, use certain here and there, lah, but you can tell the editor, I am writing it on my own. Why is the reviewer using AI to review? This is against policy. Okay, if your side, you're clear, lah. Okay, so this is chicken and egg story. So this is what's happening in real publishing world that is sort of prohibiting from achieving that high impact journal. Okay. So I hope that is clear. Now, how long an acceptance can take? Okay, this is one example. Okay, or this both are 100% human written, not AI written. This is one paper from our client from University of Warwick. Okay, University of Warwick, Nasir. Altogether, we coach 6 papers from the thesis. This is the first paper, right? Q2, impact factor 1.7, SCIE Web of Science, conceptual review, acceptance 9 months. Okay, that's how long it takes, like 3 revisions. And then this one is another good example. Although this one is Q2 Web of Science, this is Q2 Scopus. Scopus is way lower compared to Web of Science. Web of Science is like Ferrari, Scopus is like BMW. Okay, but if you realize here, okay, this is a simple difference. 9 months, this one is 1 year, 6 months. Why Scopus Q2 only? Web of Science pun ESCI only, not even SCIE or SSCI. Why it took so long? Okay, because of this is another important element when it comes to high impact publishing. Choosing the journal. So Alice here, after we coach her chapters 1 to 3, okay, after we coach a proposal, she went on to do her own paper, which is fantastic. Okay, she did an okay paper, but she started asking paper suggestion from ChatGPT. So she took the paper and she submit. She don't know what is Web of Science, what is Scopus, what is impact factor, what is Q1. She don't know any of that. Okay, so she submitted from December 2022 all the way to March 2023. Reject. For then she gave up. Okay, same like what you guys are facing lah. Then we started our coaching again for a paper. This time for a paper lah. And then after the single submission only, journal number 5, we submitted on 15 May, accepted 3rd April. Okay, so, but it took time also, a couple of revisions, about 1 year. I think 3 revisions, if I'm not mistaken. And finally got accepted in this Taylor Francis journal. Okay, so part of the time, most of the time, the paper is good or bad. Sometimes the journal that we choose also becomes a main factor. That's what I wanted to share here. All right. So next part, we're going to learn how to choose the journal for as part of your high impact publishing. Is it okay if we submit our articles to multiple journals at the same time? I don't think so. Okay. I mean, to be honest to you guys, ethics is a problem. Well, I mean, Zaki asked the question. Ethics is a problem. All right. But that ethic is created by the capitalist publisher, because they want to make money. They don't want you to simply submit to many journals, so they cannot get your paper. So they created this whole ethics scenario, okay, which doesn't make sense. Okay, but it is what it is lah. All right. So okay, I hope that is clear. Now we are going to, since this we want to avoid this problem. Okay, so to submitting to wrong journal. So now we are going into how to find a journal. Okay, any questions so far? Everyone can follow so far? So I've already given you all the tips in terms of using AI, in terms of quick publishing, and then in terms of managing your journal submissions and so on. So that part all I've cleared. All right. Now we go into, if you have a paper at hand, okay, the whole submission process also I explained already. Now let's say if you have paper at hand, okay, um, um, how do you going to choose the right method to submit your paper? Okay. So from here, let me pick up this example. Okay, let's say I take this particular paper. Okay. So this particular paper, a conceptual framework of executive coaching and family business succession planning. Let's say you're working in this particular topic. Okay, let's say you already wrote this paper. Let's say this is your paper lah. You wrote this paper already. Now you're thinking, where do I submit this journal to? How do I find out? Okay, the first method is you can use snowballing. So you go down to the citation. Okay, you go backward snowballing, right? So you go here. Okay, you go for backward snowballing. So you see here, European Journal of Economics and Finance, International Journal of Business and Social Science, Human Resource Development Quarterly. These are all potential journals that you may be able to submit to. But there are more nuances to that, but I'll get to that. So this is what we call backward snowballing. Okay, from the papers that you write, you look at the citation, you pick up from there. Okay, then now next thing, um, from this same paper, let's say you pick up this particular reference. So you take this paper. Now we do forward snowballing. This is an important paper in your area. You go to Google Scholar. Okay. You type the paper here. Go in. Mana pula? Okay. So this particular paper, you look at this. This button here, this is called forward snowballing. Cited by 53. You open up, you can change the time here. From this, you can see where these people are submitting. So this could be all related journals to your subject area. Okay, to your subject area. Okay. So that is how you do backward and forward snowballing. All right, clear? Everyone, backward, forward snowballing. This is the best method to do literature review. You can do literature review this method also. If you click the cited by, you can go and get more related papers. And good news for all of you, very good news, I can tell you all. These are all real papers. Okay, these are all real content. Okay, these are all real content. Okay, these are all real papers, real content. So you don't need to worry about having fake citation or fake content and so on. Okay, any website, this is the website, lah, Google Scholar. This is where you find the journal, right? So this is how you do snowballing. Okay, this is forward snowballing. This is broad snowballing. This is backward and forward, Because this one, you click related articles, it will pick up all the related papers for you. Okay, all the related literatures for you. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So that is how, because when you cite a paper, this is a simple logic. If you cite a paper, that means that paper is related to your topic. Okay, that means the journal also related to your topic. And whatever that paper cites also, most likely 60 to 70% of the time will be related to your topic. So you can pick up from those journals also. So you can list them and then see where you want to submit your journal to. Okay, all right. So the other way is ChatGPT. Let's go to ChatGPT 5.2 thinking model. Okay. You guys all ask me, right, whether this AI will hallucinate or not, this AI will hallucinate or not, that AI will hallucinate or not. All AI will hallucinate if ChatGPT is still hallucinating, because most of the AI tools, okay, including Apple iPhone also, are using OpenAI model. Okay, OpenAI model is the model that ChatGPT created. Okay, OpenAI is a very big company lah. Okay, they are valued at 500 billion now. Okay, except Gemini, except Cloud, except Grok, except DeepSeek. Okay, the rest of the tools in the world, including your Consensus, Elicit, Scopus AI, everything uses ChatGPT. Okay, OpenAI. But that doesn't mean Gemini, Grok all got no hallucination. Hallucination, like what I said, is the DNA. Like us, we have our DNA, right? The DNA of AI the way that they've programmed it, everything will hallucinate. So it is part of the system. Okay. So this is how you should use AI. See what I do. Okay. First thing we do, funnel prompting. Okay. Do you think it's a good idea to publish journal during PhD? Okay. First thing, do you think it's a good idea to publish journal during PhD? Okay. So then all this comes up. Why I do this? I do this because I'm following funnel prompting. Okay, funnel prompting. I go from broad, I narrow down. Okay. So do you think it's a good idea to publish journal? So the flow give me all these reasons. I get the focus lah. Okay, I focus zoom down for the AI. What exactly I'm looking at. Then after that, I ask the flow. So if I'm writing a paper on executive coaching in family business succession planning, where can I publish it? Okay, so if I'm writing a paper on executive coaching in family business succession planning, where can I publish it? Okay, so the flag give me all these journals lah. Okay, family business review, general business venture, general small business management, all these things. Okay, so this is how you decide. Okay, this paper, which is this lah, basically. I'm using a real example lah. This is exactly the mistake that Alice did that resulted in her getting so many rejections. Okay, this paper is designed for Scopus. Maximum Scopus Q2, Q3. Q1 also very difficult. That is all this paper can get. If I look at the paper, I know lah the level. Okay, I can tell this paper maximum Q2, Q3, Q1 very difficult. Web of Science, forget it. Forget it. So you should know your paper. Okay, you should know. Don't upload to ChatGPT and ask the floor. The floor don't know. Unfortunately, the floor don't know. The floor hallucinate. Will just talk crap. Okay. So then what I did, what I will do, okay, I will open up family business review. Okay, I open up the journal, family business review. Okay, got impact factor 5.6. Can I submit to this journal or not? Can I? Do you think it's suitable to submit to this particular journal? I said only Scopus, eh? I don't want Web of Science, or I don't want high impact factor or SSCI and so on. So can you submit to this journal? That is why when you're using AI, you must know what is going on. Okay, very important. Don't take AI at face value. All right. This journal, you don't need to check. You just look at this only. You see impact factor here? Impact factor means 5.6 impact factor is already Web of Science Q1 journal. Web of Science Q1. So how can you submit a Scopus paper, a Scopus level paper, Q2, Q3, to a Web of Science Q1 journal? That's why it gets rejected. Okay? That's why you cannot simply take what AI is telling you and simply go and submit. You need to know where your paper is. How strong is your paper? Can or not? Rather than, because every time you want to submit, you need to format. You need to do typesetting. You need to arrange all the references. And then you need to submit the whole submission process. These are all time, wasting. That's why you need to know what exactly, and you need to know how to find out. So the moment you see impact factor, that means it's Web of Science. Okay. The moment you see impact factor more than 2 or 3, is most likely Web of Science SSCI or SCIE. Social Science Citation Index or Science Citation Index Expanded. Those are Ferrari. Is your paper ready for Ferrari? Yes, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. But if you think, no, I only written for Scopus level, I don't think it's good for Web of Science, then don't submit here. So you need to know, you need to be able to distinguish that. So let's look at the next suggestion. Journal of Business Venturing. Open up. Look at this. Can you submit here? I already explained to you earlier. Can you submit here? Pandai. Now you guys are learning. Okay. So if you are designed for Scopus, don't go and submit here. 8.9 impact factor is very, very high. You don't even need to go to Web of Science JCR. You don't even need to go to Scopus. You look at the numbers here itself, you know already. Site score is for Scopus. Okay. The moment you see impact factor more than 3, 4, then 8.9, all these things, don't. Unless your paper memang designed for Q1, Q2, or Web of Science. Then go. Okay, remember, don't walk into a Ferrari showroom with 10,000 ringgit down payment. You cannot buy. All right, cannot. Unfortunately, you should go to Honda or Toyota. Same thing. Don't go to Web of Science journals with a paper written for Scopus standard only. This is not going to turn out very well. Okay, clear? So now, yeah, the recording will be shared. I'll upload onto YouTube. Okay. Okay, now then what I did, I prompt again. The one shared above seems to be very high impact. Okay. Do you have any journals index in Scopus only? Scopus only, yeah? So then the first, I already mentioned very clearly, yeah, Scopus only, yeah. Remember this, huh? Certainly, if you look in this ChatGPT 5.2 thinking model, okay, I think more than 100 billion they spent on this model, $100 billion, huh? Certainly, if you're looking for journals, might be looking at, do you know how confident like AI is? Oh, still the index in Scopus. No problem. This is all Scopus. Okay. Open journal of family business strategy. This one. Can submit or not? Exactly. This is what we call hallucination. Okay, not that AI don't know, not AI cannot find out, because most of the research material, Elsevier, Taylor Francis, Sage, Emerald, IEEE, Wiley, Blackwell Publishing, Indus Science, except the useless MDPI and Frontiers, everything else, most of it, the high impact good journals are all behind paywall. You need to pay. Okay, without IIUM access or your university access, you cannot access those journals, right? Same thing goes to AI. That's why AI is limited in research information, especially academic research, because they cannot read those papers. They cannot train with those papers. Okay, they cannot. Very unfortunate. Same goes here. All this indexing, impact factor, everything is behind paywall, behind Scopus paywall, behind Web of Science Clarivate paywall. So AI cannot access. Okay. So therefore, they cannot determine, they cannot decide. Okay, they don't know which is Scopus, which is not Scopus, they don't know, unfortunately. So I again attempted, not I never attempt, I say the above are still Web of Science index. Dungu, I only want journals that are indexed by Scopus, not Web of Science. I never mentioned the word Dungu here, lah, but yeah. The above are still Web of Science index. I only want journals that are indexed by Scopus, not Web of Science. Journal of Family Business Management. Journal of Family Business Management, Emerald. Can ah? You guys are talking about, cannot lah. Impact factor 3.4, Clarivate is Web of Science also. Not only Scopus, it's Web of Science also. 3.4 SSCI. Cannot also. So you need to go and find Scopus index only, like Cogent, like the earlier journal, like or ESCI. Okay, if it's ESCI, okay, still can consider. So example, let's take this one. Journal of Family Business Management. Okay, let's see if it's ESCI or not. You can type here. This is MGL Clarivate. Okay. This one can, sorry. ESCI can, but still ESCI, this particular journal, the impact factor is quite high. It's quite high, okay? Impact factor, okay, when it comes to, let me explain this a bit. Web of Science, okay, there are SSCI, SCIE, AHCI, and then there is ESCI. Okay. The moment your ESCI impact factor is more than 2 already, okay, it is already almost SSCI already. Okay, the citation index is very strong already. So you cannot submit a normal Scopus paper to get acceptance here. It's going to be very difficult. Okay, that's why I said no earlier. So all this internal information, AI won't know. So this is where you need to make a judgment call. All right. You need to go for kalau Scopus, you need to go for Scopus. Even ESCI is still okay. Don't go for ASCI, SCIE, SSCI. Don't go for this. Okay. These are all macam premium Web of Science indexing. This is basic entry level. Okay, entry level. But even then, if the impact factor is already more than 2, don't go for it. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. All right. Because they are already en route to becoming SSCI. Sorry. They are already enrolled to become SSCI. Okay, understand? So that is why I say cannot. Okay, I hope that is clear. So, but the important matter at hand here is when you tell AI you don't want Web of Science index means you shouldn't have anything. Where is that? You shouldn't have anything with impact factor. Impact factor means it is still Web of Science. It is not Scopus only. So when you guys ask me, can I ideate, can I do that, can I do this with all that? You can, okay? But you need to have that level of scrutiny. Is this fellow telling true or not? You must go down to check, is this true or not, whatever information given. Okay, like this one, it is not true. It is still Web of Science index. It's not Scopus only. Okay, there are many journals only Scopus index. There are many, not in ESCI also. Okay, those are more likably can get acceptance lah. Okay, all right. So I hope that is clear. So in order to check all the information, you can use simagogr.com. This is for Scopus. Okay, or you can go to scopus.com directly. Or you can also go to MJL Clarivate for Web of Science. Okay, another one is Clarivate JCR, but that one you need to pay lah. See, if your university got access, then you can use it lah. Clarivate JCR. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now, let's take a break before we go into this. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break. I know most of you are fasting, so take it easy, chill first. We come back to this after 5 minutes break. You can write down all your questions. Puan Jian also can share registration link so you guys can register. So I can send you all the notes later. After 5 minutes, we will continue. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, welcome back. So let's go into the next most interesting part of the day. Okay, this is the quickest part, okay, in finding research gap. Okay, that of course can be used for your paper writing lah. Okay, paper writing can also be used for your proposal and PhD thesis and so on. Okay, so this is something I would like to share. Okay, so I think everyone is back ready. So let's start. Okay, so again, we are back in ChatGPT Premium Model 5.2 thinking model. So this is my prompt. Okay, I'm finding a research gap potentially in an area to write a very high impact paper. In order to find research gaps in any research field, okay, what are the common phrases used in peer-reviewed papers that can help during a searching process? The examples that I already have are gap in the literature and more studies are required. See, when I ask ChatGPT something that is quite complex, I also give example. Okay, so that I want to get what exactly I need. Okay, the floor knows what exactly I need lah. So you need to give that amount of information because the more information you give, the better outcome will be from your prompting. Okay, so these are the answers. Okay, these are the phrases that they use in papers, right? Gap in the literature, literature gap, research gap, gap remains, addresses a gap. All these are phrases that they use when they are introducing their gap in literature, okay, in published papers. So these are the data crunched by AI. So what you can do from here, normally, if you're not experienced, you will use this, not you, a person will use this and continue searching for literature in AI platform. But I will never do that, right? I will take this, I will go to Google Scholar. So I go to Google Scholar, I take this particular phrase, okay? I go to Google Scholar, and not this one, here. This is later, right? So I'll go to Google Scholar, I'll type in gap in the literature and this is my topic, like this is what I want to find out. So I'll type in information system and firm performance. Okay, what I'm basically telling is get me papers that use this phrase, gap in the literature, within the area of information system and firm performance. So any papers that use this particular phrase, I will pick them up directly here. Okay. Why I do here and why I don't do in AI, okay, ChatGPT or any AI platform? Because AI cannot read papers behind paywall. Okay. My simplest question to all of you is, can you access most of the Elsevier, Taylor Francis, Wiley, Emerald journals, okay, without your university access? Unless it's on ResearchGate or unless it's open access journal lah. Can you access it without university access or paid access? Unless it's MDPI, Frontiers, open access lah. Okay, obviously no, kan? What if I tell you 80 to 90% of the journals, okay, in the world are not open access? Not all open access. Only some of Scopus, okay, and very little Web of Science are open access. So that means all the journals are actually behind paywall. That's why literature got a lot of hallucination in AI. Any AI tools that you use, okay? Sometimes you might say, hey, but if I go to consensus, the flow show me all the results. I go to LEC, the flow show me all the results. The flow is only showing based on the abstract, not the full paper. That means you're only getting the literature review done based on 1%. Abstract is not even 1%. Abstract is like more like 0.5% of the entire paper. That means you're not getting the full information. But Google Scholar, the moment a paper is published, all the journals has direct indexing with Google Scholar. That means Google Scholar can crawl and pull all the information. Whether the flag give you the PDF or not, that is up to Google Scholar. If the flag can find, like, if the flag cannot find, the flag won't give you because copyright issue can. Okay? Because once you publish, normally you will sign, if you are an author, you publish your paper in a journal, you'll write copyright form. That means you already sign over your rights to the journal. The paper doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to the journal. Then only they can put under subscription model, they sell it to all the universities. Okay, a university typically pays, I think, $1 to $5 million. Okay, or the ministry will pay $1 to $5 million to subscribe to the journals. It's a lot of money. Okay, that's why they don't open up, and that's why AI is limited in terms of literature. This is why AI cannot progress and have a lot of hallucination problem when it comes to research, especially academic research lah, which relies on peer-reviewed journals. Okay, you must understand this very carefully. That's why I still go back to Google Scholar to search. And I open the paper, and whether you want to read it, you want to upload to AI, that's up to you, lah, but get the PDF file, right? So this is the outcome. So I take the first 3 papers, okay, that has the phrase. Okay, you can see, has the phrase here. So I open up, these are the 3 journals, okay? So from here, if I search gap in the blah blah literature. Okay, so you can see here, this is the gap. This is the present gap of this current paper. Okay, this is the present gap of the current paper which already addressed already. That means it's not a new gap. You need to understand this first. Keep that in mind. This is the present gap of this paper that already addressed it. So what you can do, you take this gap, you also take the limitation. You take the limitation also. Okay, you take both. This is the fastest way. If you don't want to read the full paper, you want to immediately get to the gap and the limitation, this is the shortcut lah. I'm teaching an AI-based Google Scholar, reliable 100%. You know, no fake information, no fake content, because you are going through the content yourself. Okay, this is shortcut lah. Okay, tips for you all. Then same thing here. You can go Google Gap. Okay, and you can go limitation as well. Okay, you can put the full phrase. I'm just showing you very quickly. So same thing here, same thing here. So then what you do after that? Once you pick up those information ready, you can create this. Okay, this is not the full form literature matrix. This is a very basic trend analysis. Okay, trend literature analysis or trend analysis lah. You put in the paper title, you put in the gaps. Okay, the gaps addressed by this paper: strategic information systems and competitive advantage, information system, business process, innovation, performance. These are all the variables already addressed lah. Then these are all the limitations. Okay, only Scopus database use, strategic information system never explored with new technology. This one only Indian context, not explored in other countries. Sampling is a problem. Functionalities or dimensions of information system not explored. Not explored. Overall methodology is bad in this paper. User acceptance, data security not explored. Can use qualitative. These are all limitations. From the limitations is where you can create new gaps. So you need to do a lot of these papers, like at least 50 papers, 100 papers. You must do this very quickly so you can see a trend. Where is the gap? Where is it heading so far? Okay. So from here, what is next? Okay. So from here, do you think it's a good idea to go back to AI and ask for research gap? What would you do next? If you guys are in this scenario now, what would you do next? Okay, perform problem statement, ask AI to have idea. Nothing wrong. Definitely yes. Issue. Okay, so we quickly go back to AI again. Okay, so what we do, these are all the phrases. These are all the potential phrases in peer-reviewed papers that you can use when you want to search. But of course, you don't want to go through everything lah. You can pick up the ones that is most suitable for you. Okay, so you can pick up from there and you can use it. They even give you the Boolean operators also. Okay, but I did not use this lah. Okay, I use much more straightforward. Okay, then I uploaded the 3 papers here. I took the 3 papers, all right? I uploaded here these 3 papers, these 3 papers here. And I ask here, from these papers, for PhD level, I give context, for PhD level, what are the potential topic and combination of variables that can be investigated? Okay, then the flag give me all these ideas, you see? All the framework done ready. All settled ready, framework. Okay, see how many ideas. Okay, so let me ask you guys. strong PhD framing, this PhD upgraded framework. Do you think this is new? Do you guys think this is new, novel research gap? Can you use this directly? Is Why not? Because you already uploaded the 3 papers, you already asked for research gap already. What? Why this can't be new? Okay. The easiest way, before you guys say no, okay, the easiest way for you to rectify very quickly, you must put the what do you call that, the variables together in a very good way, in a no, in a very a strategic way, so you can find out whether the idea is new or not new. So here got system competence. I never take AIS because I want to be able to generalize it to see whether it covers or not. So I take system competence. Okay, information quality. So I take information quality here. Next is AIS effectiveness. So I take effectiveness only. Then next one is firm performance lah. So firm or business performance. So I take firm performance. Came up this paper. All right. Information quality done. AIS competence done. Okay, AIS system competence lah done. AIS effectiveness. AIS effectiveness done. System competence done. Effectiveness done, and also business performance. Okay, business performance done. All right. So do you think the idea is still novel? Already done, published in Journal of Risk and Finance Management, MDPI 2024. All right. Why am I showing this? From there, first thing you need to understand, AI cannot, remember this word, cannot give you novel idea. Cannot. All right. For master's PhD level, it cannot give you novel idea. Not because, okay, maybe cannot lah. Memang cannot because we are not in AGI yet. Okay, you know what is AGI? AGI is artificial general intelligence. Okay, we are not there yet. Okay, even now AI companies sounds like they're going to bankrupt already. OpenAI, all the ChatGPT, they are already in the verge of bankrupting already. Okay, that's why all the stock market, everything falling. You can realize if you go and check out the overall stock market, everything is dropping because they cannot sustain the cost anymore. Okay, even before reaching AGI, they are already in trouble already. Okay, because the cost of computation is too high. All right, too high. If they go into AGI, it will be even more crazy. AGI is the part where AI can think like human already. It can come up with new idea. But as of now, all AI models in the world cannot create a new idea because it don't have reasoning capability. It doesn't have a reasoning capability. It doesn't have contextual understanding capability. If you don't understand something, okay, remember this, listen this carefully. If you cannot understand something, if you cannot have reasoning of that understanding, you cannot create new idea. Okay, if you don't have a reason for something, you don't know how to reason. Why am I getting hungry? Why I need to take a car to go to Penang? Why I cannot walk? There is a reason behind it. If AI cannot understand, that's why it's recycling research gap. We cannot come up with new idea. You cannot instantly create new idea. The flow just go back to the database, pick up all the recycled idea, and if you realize, the flow give the idea recycled from MDPI because MDPI is open access. The flow never give from Elsevier. Never give from Elsevier because the flow cannot access. All right. Never give from Taylor Francis because the flow cannot access. All right. So any research gap given by AI, all of these you need to keep in mind. These are all recycled. They are not new. Any AI tools. Okay. So you need to go, but what you can do, okay, what you can do. Yeah, recycling. I call it recycling research gap. Okay. Which is same. Scopus is same. Scopus uses OpenAI. Same. As I told you, all AI have not reached AGI yet. Okay, AGI is a state of mind where they are already ready to think like humans. So we are not there yet. They say another few more years to go lah. Okay, but we don't know yet. Okay, whether the company will bankrupt before they get there or not. Okay, so Oh, but one good thing here is you can pick up all these ideas, you can put into the literature matrix. You can look at the trend. From there, you can decide new idea. Okay? But the new idea still has to come from you. Has to. Okay? No any other choice. Otherwise, you will end up otherwise you will end up okay, otherwise you will end up like, let me see, am I revealing any information here? Okay, otherwise you'll end up like this. Okay, this is a recent example. I never show any other information, so you guys don't know who's the student. This is examiner report. Okay, second Viva failure. All right, now we are coaching the student lah. She just wrote letter to this USM, wrote letter to USM, appealed, and they allow for third Viva. Okay, both rounds also use significant AI. Okay, both rounds also got caught. Two Viva fail, PhD, okay, PhD in public health. So this is a very, very good example of how, what will happen if we keep recycling. Okay, because you're going to get PhD from recycled idea. So this is something that you guys need to understand. So beyond this point, you need to work it out. Okay, you need to work it out from here. Okay, so this is something that I will explore more in chapter 1 class next round. Okay, so that we can understand from here, where do we go? Okay, even I'm thinking now what would be the best method to teach you guys from here how to move forward. Okay, but we'll get to that. Nothing to worry. Okay, so will AI contribute after this? No. You upload this, you prompt this, whatever the flag give, you can take, but you cannot use. So you, from there, you need to be able to understand how can I put this all together to come up with a new idea. And please also don't use AI to draw your framework. Okay, this is another failure. This was 2 weeks ago, but it's some proposal defense failure. Proposal defense failure. You see here, for those who are in quantitative, you guys will understand better. IV, control variable, mediator, moderator, dependent variable, okay. Okay, although these are all recycled, okay. Everything here recycled. But the worst part is AI went and placed mediator here. Okay, the student just copy and pasted everything, literally copy and pasted everything. So when you have a mediator, you have another mediator, there's supposed to be another dependent variable here. But AI don't understand that. Okay, the flow just give mediator, mediator, and finish ready. After that, never create another dependent variable. Because why? AI don't understand context. This can never be a mediator unless it's in the middle of a DV and an IV. Then only it becomes a mediator. If it is like this becomes a DV. It's not a mediator, right? So let alone having recycled variables, even the placement, the flow don't know. Okay. How to create human conceptual framework. You have to make sure that the variables, no, first you cannot create a conceptual framework. You must first get a theoretical gap first. You must first decide a theory. From the theory, you must be able to find a gap. Okay, from that gap only, you can go and look for related variables, pick them up from all the literature, and form a research framework based on theory. Moderator don't need a theory. But if you're going to form a mediator, an independent variable, all those things, you need theory to support. Moderator don't need a theory. Okay, so these are basic fundamentals. So it's not as easy as creating a framework. You must have theory to support. Okay, so I hope that is clear lah. All right. So just now someone also mentioned about Turnitin AI humanizing tools are being useless. Someone mentioned that. I remember reading that message. Let me quickly see. There, Abe Aurora. I think the AI bypass tool is useless. Exactly. It is useless. Now we need to talk about Turnitin AI. Okay, apart from all this problem, Turnitin AI. This released last year, August, 27 August. October 15 became active. And then February now got latest update. Now latest Turnitin got new bypasser detection. Okay, which means when AI writing detection is enabled in your Turnitin, educators can automatically check submissions for likely AI-generated content as well as content that may have been further modified by leading bypasses without the need for additional integrations. That means all humanizing tool. Quillbot, Walter Wright, apa tu lagi? Walter Wright, Quillbot, Grammarly, undetectable AI, stealth writer, anything that says humanizing. Okay, anything humanizing won't work. Don't even waste your money. You rather paraphrase on your own. If you really want to use AI to write everything for you, even Grammarly cannot. Even Grammarly will increase your Turnitin in AI. Okay. Is it possible to use a framework for variables and another framework for theory? No. That means that is one is conceptual framework, one more is theoretical framework. Lah. These two different framework. Okay. So this is the latest update. So I have run a class on YouTube for those who are struggling with Turnitin AI. Remember, you cannot publish with high Turnitin AI. You cannot submit your thesis with high Turnitin AI, including proposal also. So I've run a class on YouTube. I've given 4 rounds of paraphrasing. Round 1, about 69%. Round 2, 36%. This is just one paragraph. Round 3, 0%. So it takes about 3 to 4 rounds of paraphrasing for one paragraph to get Turnitin AI 0% while maintaining context. If you want to change the context, easy, but you'll fail eventually. No one will understand what you're trying to do. So the classes are here on YouTube. You can go and watch. Okay, so you can see here Turnitin AI versus design and Turnitin AI super reduction. You can go and watch this video on YouTube to learn how to paraphrase. Okay. And we also provide that as a service, Turnitin AI total reduction under our paraphrasing services to achieve Turnitin AI 0%. No, Quillbot is one of the worst. Quillbot is one of the worst. To idea citation, yes. Quillbot, oh, I actually did experiment already. So you guys can quickly go to my TikTok. Okay, you can watch this one, Turnitin AI reduction. Okay, you can see Quillbot. I've done the video already here. Okay, Quillbot here. Quillbot will result in about 90+% Turnitin AI. Okay, so this is the video. You can go and check out the playlist here. Jenny AI is one of the worst tool to use. To be honest to you guys, Jenny AI is one of the worst tool to use. It's worse than ChatGPT. Okay, Jenny AI already offered me 2 times. Okay, to do a video for the promotion because we have now more than 400,000 followers. 127,000 on TikTok, 220,000 on Facebook, Telegram, all these things lah. I think Instagram now 12,000 followers and so on. Jenny AI offered me the last round. First round, they offered 2,000 USD at Tanabot. One video only, 2,000 USD, a lot of money. Second round was 2,450 USD. They offered one go. I still don't want to do because too much of hallucination, Jenny AI. Hallucination, one of the highest Jenny AI. So be careful. All right. Perplexity also very high. Perplexity also here. I got one video perplexity. ChatGPT is the lowest among all these. Perplexity, I think one of the old video I've done somewhere down here. Perplexity, Dr. Tao. I don't know whether I can find or not. That is one. I think more than 50 or 60,000 views. This time perplexity. You can check this out. Okay, all the AI tools have explored already, not simply saying things. All the AI tools are explored already. Okay, so that's why I'm coming and telling you what is actually going on in the ground. Okay, just now got YouTube or YouTube. YouTube, kejap YouTube. Okay, this is YouTube. All right. Gemini is at the same level as ChatGPT. Okay, these two are the best in the market right now. Gemini, ChatGPT. These two are 100% the best. Okay, although have so much of hallucination, that is still okay. ChatGPT, Gemini hallucination, fake information, fake citation, and so on, is at about 70 to 80%. Okay, everything else is higher than that. Okay, yeah, cannot. Quillbot cannot. AI humanizer is the worst Quillbot. Okay. Elicit, not yet. Elicit I have not done yet. Okay. Cloud reasons are better. No, actually, the end of the day, it comes down to how you prompt. Okay, how you prompt. You can get very good reasoning with Gemini also. Gemini and ChatGPT also can get very good reasoning depending on how you prompt. Okay. So Elicit not yet, but Elicit I don't want to because most of the literature the floor offered there is all from abstract only. It is showing somewhat the floor can access all the Elsevier paper again, But everything is from abstract only. So I feel like useless to go through that. Notebook LM, no, I haven't done yet. Maybe next time I will do. Okay, next time I will do. Okay, but so far all the experiments I've done without Notebook LM and Notebook LM I haven't explored yet. But so far I would say ChatGPT and Gemini are yielding the best result, and the fake information is at about 70 to 80% so far, right? So for those who are using Grammarly and use ChatGPT to proofread, these are two best examples to explain. Grammarly will push up your AI to that level, usually around that level. ChatGPT even higher, 94% and 74%. But these both papers, they only use that to proofread. Okay, this is from a professor in Taiwan. This one is local. This one is Taiwan. Okay, then we had to paraphrase manually to 0%. Okay, manually, and then paper got published lah. They immediately kick out journal, turn it in AI high. And to be honest, this doctor, she didn't know, but this student was the worst because her thesis also she used Grammarly. Her thesis also eventually we had to paraphrase everything. Okay, but eventually got published in Web of Science Q1. This one is even better, top 6 in the world, Web of Science Q1. But the papers they wrote on their own, so that is good to know lah. All right. So if you just use it for paraphrasing, cannot. Your Turnitin AI will go up. The moment you put your document into any AI platform, your Turnitin AI is going to go up. And worse than that, okay, this is something that a lot of students don't know. The moment you put your information into AI, you upload, right? Your information is public. Okay, that means Notebook LM, Gemini, Jenny AI, ChatGPT, wherever you put your variable, your framework, your RORQ, your entire research is available public. I can just prompt very similar to what you're doing, and I can get all your information out. Everything. Okay, so be careful what you're uploading also. This is important. This is a crisis. Many crises happen already. You can go on Google and check. Many videos on TikTok also. A lot of people's research are being stolen away by people, and they go and publish paper very quickly. They take out, they'll do like what I did. They Google Scholar, they'll check very quickly all the variables or sounds novel. They quickly go collect data, they'll publish the paper. But it's supposed to be someone else's PhD thesis that they uploaded. Haven't finished PhD yet. So be careful. Okay. Don't upload your core information, your framework, your RORQ, your problem statement, your theory, your data analysis, all these 4 to 5 items. Never upload. Okay, never upload. If writers come out clean by acknowledging they have used AI in writing the article, journalists still reject the paper. To be fair, now, last time maybe not, now it's 50-50. If you ask me, probably 70-30 only. 70% of the time, the paper will be reviewed with bias, definitely. Okay, after all the retraction happened. Last one regarding the fake reference. That means fake reference refer to not only non-existing journal or can only include references that exist. But yes, correct, betul. Okay, Encik Khairul, betul. Okay, so now coming to potential extraction of journals from this. Give me extra 10 minutes. I'll finish this up. Okay, so this is Hourglass theory. This is your amount of extractions you can do from a proposal or thesis. So years 1 to 3 of PhD. This is the years 1 to 3 of PhD. This is what we call as Hourglass. So this is the journey that you guys go through lah. First, we start broad. We read very broadly, and then we gradually narrow down to a topic, right? Read or whichever form that you guys do lah. Okay, initial reading stage, title confirmation. Once this is confirmed, you already have an RORQ, you have a framework, or you have a qualitative study or experimental, whatever. You know this is what you're going to do. Then you can immediately write a conceptual paper, whether systematic review, scoping, or narrative review. You can use all three. Okay. Let's say you don't want to write here first. You want to finish first your proposal first. Can. I would encourage that. Finish your chapters 1 to 3 proposal. From your chapter 2, you can create a dedicated systematic review. A dedicated systematic review. You can create one. This is talking about trend analysis, dimensions, how is the research in your area, and so on. Then chapters 1 to 3 is purely your problem and your solution. Okay. Chapter 1 to 3, you can create conceptual paper. But conceptual paper also, I would encourage systematic review-based conceptual paper. Okay. So these are the two, either this conceptual paper kan, dia yang sama is the same paper Either you can create it here or you can create it here. Both places you can. But I recommend writing it here. Don't, this one, some supervisors, they will push to write fast. Okay. So you can write it here if you want to, but better to write it here lah. Okay. Then you can write one more if you need two scopus. Very quickly, you can settle your scopus publishing within your chapters 1 to 3 itself, if you follow this method. Then, if you want more, chapter 4, you can write meta-analysis paper. All right. For meta-analysis, you need data lah. That's why I say after chapter 4 only. Then once you finish chapter 5, you can write full form empirical papers. All right. Then your hourglass now ending, it's opening back up. Why opening? Because this is your future work and limitation. From your future work and limitation, you can write one more scoping review paper to propose to the future community what they can do from your study. What can be done. So this is what we call hourglass theory. All right. These are all the papers that you can extract according to the chapters, and we have done it before. We have done up to 12 papers from one thesis. Okay, Dr. Naim, he did 17. The other 5 from other collaboration, but 12 papers is from the thesis itself, which we coach and extracted. Okay, and he's a professor, he's associate professor in Oman now. Okay, so that's how you can extract lah. And as a very basic requirement, okay, these are 3 recent cases I can share. All right, this is Dr. Nalini, graduated end of last year. This is Faris, 2025 graduated, 2024 finished thesis. This one Nasir, 2025 graduated. All right. So from all these theses, the first strategy after we coach the thesis, chapters 1 to 3, we will first suggest them to generate systematic review paper. Okay, systematic review paper. And then I will answer all the questions in a while. Wait first. So Nalini managed to get Taylor Francis. Here managed to get Cogent. Faris, here Nasir managed to get JMIR. This is Web of Science Q1. Web of Science Q2, Web of Science Q4. But this is ESCI lah. ESCI, this one is SCIE. Okay, this is SCIE. So then from here, it is also good, okay, after you publish systematic, this is another technique. You go and publish your empirical paper within the same publisher. Okay, like here, JMIR, Taylor Francis. Because they already know your work. It's a bit more, I won't say easier, it's more recognizable. They know your work got quality because they already published the first paper. You're already their customers. Okay, but Faris couldn't wait, so we had to submit to Q4. He wants fast because he wants to graduate. But this is the amount of time taken, like 11 months, 1 year, 2 months, 1 year, 5 months, 1 year, 9 months, 1 year, 4 months. So I say averaging 6 months to 1.5 years. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But usually less than 6 months, I'm very worried. Okay. So this is our advice so far lah. All right. So why rejection happens? Okay. These are the main reasons. Language. Okay. Abstract, not written properly. Lack of novelty, excessive AI usage, and fake content. This is what I'm seeing more nowadays, frequently. All right, frequently. At reviewer stage, this is editor stage. At reviewer stage, usually is content problem, lack of novelty, unrealistic claims, which is also due to AI. All right. Not a timely research, all this hallucination. This is all hallucination problem. Recycle gap due to AI, fake content, all these are hallucination problem. So we must know what we are putting into the paper. I'm not saying don't use AI, but you should know what you're putting into the paper, whether true or not. You need to know that. Okay. So these are the free sample papers that I'll provide for you all to follow as notes. Okay, scoping review paper, narrative review paper, systematic review paper, if you're going to write your own papers. I will also share the prompt just now to find the research gap. I'll share with you guys, and I will also share all these. These are journal structure. If you're wondering how to shape your paper, this will guide you. This is empirical journal structure. I've given a lot of tips here, what you should do. And then this is review paper. Sorry, this is review paper. This is narrative review. All right. What to do in every part. This is systematic review, scoping review. So between narrative review and systematic scoping review, you can see the differences are here. Okay. This is different. Actually, the prompt I'll give you guys now itself. No problem. Wait, let me see where it is. Here, yeah. Okay, this is the prompt. Okay, so feel free to use it. All right, have fun. So the difference between systematic review and narrative review is the methodology itself. That's what makes systematic review and scoping review very powerful. Okay, very powerful. So these are all our recent achievements. Our coached PhD students, zero AI, zero AI, zero AI, zero, 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 except our Abang Shanas here, my very good friend actually. He used 100% AI, failed his PhD Viva in PBS, Putra Business School, UPM in 2024. 1 year, 2 months of coaching. I did the coaching for him. We did. Before that, I never knew him. I only knew him after he failed. Okay, started 1 year and 2 months, redid everything back, went for Viva, passed his Viva lah. So this is the biggest eye-opening for me that I knew there are so much of problems in AI. From his thesis, this is when I knew. From 2024, that's when I found out that, oh, okay, there is problem. Okay, that's why I started doing investigation, doing a lot of videos and so on. These are some of our coach papers. Okay, just to share some, we got plenty of these. And for those who are stuck with the Turnitin AI, you can get in touch. Okay, you need to queue because the queue is very, very long for Turnitin AI, very, very long. So get in touch earlier if you have this problem. We will take time to paraphrase. Paraphrasing is very difficult. Okay, so what do we cover under our coaching program? Okay, PhD proposal consultancy with 0% AI, so you don't need to worry about fake information. Scopus Web of Science publication, proposal defense preparation. We'll prep students for their defense, teach them how to do slides and everything. Proposal defense examiner response. Now we are very busy with this segment, because of the amount of failure coming from result of AI. Data analysis and interpretation, chapter 4 and 5, we coach a lot. This is to general conversion. I taught you the hourglass theory. That is from experience. Okay, Viva preparation, teach them how to prepare for Viva. And after Viva, examiner response. But the good news is that not many students who just prompt and paste could cross proposal defense that easily. The ratio is actually quite a big gap. Okay, a lot of students actually fail because they cannot answer. Once the examiner twist sentence, they cannot answer. But these are the space that we coach lah, to help out students. Okay, so with that, we can skip this. We are done. Thank you very much. I took extra 9 minutes. Okay, so let me stop sharing and I'll answer your questions. No SSCI publication. I don't get you. What do you mean? Web of Science are all SSCI. When I say that Web of Science, it's SSCI, SCIE, or you mean I did not show? Oh yeah, got SSCI got. SSCI, I think recently we're getting a lot of Sage Open. This month itself, we got, I think, at least two Sage Open and one HIV journal. Yeah, SSCI, all three. Okay, so not an issue, but definitely SSCI is more difficult than SCIE. Yeah. Okay, so now let me look at the questions here. So, what if we request ChatGPT to suggest structure for a chapter? Can RQ be written as prompt? Structure, actually you don't need AI to suggest to you. You already have template for that. You can just follow the template. Alright. So, selamat tak upload artikel ChatGPT. Kalau artikel tu artikel orang lain, no problem. Okay, as long as it's not your article lah. Okay, other people's article doesn't matter. Okay, because it's already published already. But your own article, if I were you, if I'm a PhD student, I will never upload my materials. Okay. For Turnitin, do we submit without the references? Doesn't matter. Your filter you can change. Okay, your filter can change to exclude citation. Okay, no, doesn't matter. What Amin Zaki said, actually no matter. Dekat filter tu, you can exclude citation, bibliography, exclude bibliography, can. Okay, so prompt chat ready, Telegram. Okay, Telegram, try to join via this particular link. Okay, try this and see whether can or not. For the retracted journal, I wonder why it is not flagged rejected during the review editorial process. Because at that point in time, they did not go through every reference and citations, because reviewers don't. And as I said, reviewers mostly use AI to review nowadays. Okay, so they should have picked up, but they did not. Like the IGI Global picked up, because now they are very strict. After this, they will start picking up, because they are also learning and they are improving as we go. Okay. So empirical data after dah dapat PhD baru publish or much? No. Empirical need to publish as soon as possible, kalau boleh. as soon as possible. Okay. So remember, if you publish your empirical data, that means it's 100% yours. No one can steal it. If you already uploaded your whole thesis data into AI, I suggest you to go and publish fast before someone else takes up your material. Okay, all right? Because they can. If they prompt, they can. Okay, so is there this page? What is this? Okay, webinar attendance, I'm not sure. I'll let Puan Jihan answer. This one I'll let Puan Jihan answer. So if there's no any more questions, then I think we are done, Puan Jihan. I think that question you can direct to Puan Jihan later lah. Okay, so we'll talk about attendance and so on. So Telegram not working.
Okay.
Let me try again. Just give me one moment. Let me generate the. Yes, me. Let me try to get the link at members. Invite via link. Copy link. Okay, try this. This is the link. Literally just copy it. If you still cannot join, that means you're already banned from the group already. That means somewhat your number got spammed last time and got banned already. But this is the latest link. Okay. Target Scopus dulu lah. Scopus. Always Scopus. Okay, so that's it. I consult proofread with your team, got very little correction after Viva. Same goes to my article. Congratulations, Ms. Zuhaila, Dr. Zuhaila. Congratulations. I'm very glad to hear that. Please get in touch with me. I want to discuss with you. I want to ask how your Viva went. So, Puan Zu, please get in touch. This is my WhatsApp link. All right, this is my WhatsApp link. So, don't forget about Zu. Get in touch. I really want to. I'm very excited to hear. Okay, congratulations again. Thanks for choosing us. So can my old master's project has not been published yet? Can. Definitely can publish. No problem. Coaching price depends on your requirement. So I'll given the WhatsApp link already. Get in touch with me. We'll discuss that offline. Okay. So no problem. I'll get your number from Sam as well, or you can WhatsApp me directly, Dr. Zhu. Okay, so that's it. I think enough for the day. You guys will take a break. I just want to go take a break. Okay, yeah, lecture I'll upload dekat YouTube. No problem. Okay. So I hope you guys learned something new today. I hope it was worth your time. If you have any questions, feel free to WhatsApp me. No problem. If I can answer, I'll definitely answer. Okay, I hope you guys got the benefit of the time lah. Okay, wish you all the best. Don't give up on publishing. Keep trying. You will eventually make it. Okay. So, okay, thank you very much. And thanks to Puan Jihan as well and to our entire organizing body lah.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Tawa. So hope to see you soon now for the next class. Okay, thank you for everyone. So thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.